This is a Bitaxe Gamma 601, basically a solo miner. It mines Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash or Digicoin or whatever do you want. This is how it comes with the packaging. It every 10 minutes basically tries to get a Bitcoin block. It usually has 1.2 terahashes and it consumes, I think, between 18 and 20 something watts depending on the settings. It can get pretty hot, that's why I added some heatsinks, some copper heatsinks on the voltage regulators, and it also gets kind of hot. I mean, I know that they can run on maybe 100 degrees and now they are at 63. But the thing with the voltage regulators is that as cold as they are, the lower the consumption is. So if we can bring them down to 50 maybe, the consumption will be lower. Right now 2 of them are running at 45, 46 watts, something like that, and maybe we can get them down to 40 or at least something. So in order to lower the temperatures, I thought that we should add some external fans. So this is why I'm building a case that will hold 3 Bitaxes. The chances of hitting a block are very low, I think 1 every million or something, but you can try every hour, every 10 minutes, sorry, because a new block is tested every 10 minutes. So yeah, I'm now basically building an enclosure, because also by having 3 there will be a lot of cables and a lot of mess. So having all 3 of them into the same enclosure, cooled by the same fan, or 2 fans in this cases, and I will explain why. It will take less space and it will keep everything cool. Currently I only have 2 Bitaxes. I'm planning on adding the 3rd one as well, so that's why this enclosure will hold 3 of them. Until now I used just the fan without the enclosure and it works, but every time I'm going nearby and maybe I'm touching something, the fan will just drop, so it's kind of annoying. I added some feet under the fan, because these are low profile fans and fan blades are very easily to hit the case, so this is why I added the feet under the fan. Everything has heat inserts and works with M3 screws. I think this is the most practical way. I also used the same in my previous model for the 3D printed PC case. So everything will be printed laying down, just on the surface of the bed, and then everything can be mounted as a Lego, let's say. I upgraded for one of the Bitaxes, I upgraded the fan to a Noctua. It's kind of pointless if you don't update the heatsink. There are a couple of premium heatsink for 40mm, but they're more expensive than the fan. This is an old PCB from, I'm not sure, I think it was maybe a hair clipper or something. and it has a regulator between 12 and 13 watts, and it's using a 16 watts adapter. I'm using this adapter for the fans, and basically this will provide 12 volts for both of the fans. This enclosure keeps it nice and snug. It uses M2 screws to keep it in place. Those are thinner screws. And the fans will be provided with 12 volts, even if the power supply is a 16 one. This is a fan splitter which comes with any Noctua fan, and it works with basically any fan that has the same plug. I added some M2 screws at the bottom as well to keep the Bitaxes in place. For these procedures, I drilled 2 holes in the bit of the Bitaxe. Some will say now that there will be some static pressures between the fan of the case and the fan of the Bitaxe. I'm not really concerned about this because it drops the temperature of the ASIC chip with 2 degrees. So I'm not concerned that the fan will break. It's easily replaceable if it's the case. But as it keeps it cooler for the same amount of price, because as I said, a heatsink, more upgraded heatsink for the Bitaxes is about 20, maybe 25 bucks. I just had these fans laying around, so it's cheaper, of course. So we have the first one mounted. The white adapter is for the fans. And the second Bitaxe. And as I already said, we will have room for the third one. Nice and steady. There's no difference between the stock one and the Noctua one. If we are talking about the temperatures, the only difference is in the noise level. Of course, the Noctua one is more silent. One of them will try to mine Bitcoin, the other one will try to mine Bitcoin Cash for 40 watts per hour. This means, I don't know, maybe 10 bucks of electricity per month. It's like buying a regular lottery ticket. because this is in fact a lottery, since there is a very low chance of hitting a block. But there were, I think, 3 cases this year of Bitaxes mining blocks. I will use the stock power supplies as I don't have any custom one. I ordered one, but it's still in customs. So until then, we will still use the stock power supplies. This is why they are not very overclocked, because, well, these stock power supplies are providing, I think, a maximum of 30 watts each. So running each on 24 watts should be more than enough, just to stay in the safe side. This is the final version. It takes just a little space and it keeps everything nice and snug. You can see in the background also my Plex servers. These are some screens with the current setup. As you can see, the ASIC chip is below 60 degrees and the voltage regulators are below 50. So for me it's a good deal. And also my the fans are always under, or almost under, 25% speed. Both of them are having around 2.5 terahashes at this moment. Yeah, I think it's a nice improvement for the moment. We will add more improvements in the future, but until now I think everything is safe. Thank you for watching this video and see you in the next one. Cheers.